Halo everyone, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. This is my video about gerund and to infinitive. I hope you can understand with the material.
Okay, table of content on my video are what's the gerund, types of gerunds, use of gerunds, what's to infinitive, function of the to infinitive, and the last conclusion. Okay, what's the gerund? A gerund looks like a verb, but it's actually a noun. For the formula, base form a verb plus ing, and for the example, listening to music helps me relax. Listening is the gerund. Next, types of gerund. Types of gerunds are first, subject of sentence. For example, smoking is not good for our health. Smoking is gerund. Second, subjective complement. For example, his hobby is reading. Reading is gerund. And third, objective complement. For example, she likes shopping. Shopping is gerund. Use of gerunds are first as compound words. Compound nouns are modifiers words that determine properties. For example, this swimming pool is wide. Second, gerund is had, word or sentence that has the possession of being described. For example, problem solving. And third, use after the word no. For example, no parking, to form short sentences that express prohibition or warnings. And fourth, the gerund behind a possessive adjective or possessive noun. For example, his speaking is not relevant to the facts. Fifth, use in expression or sayings. For example, seeing is believing. Sixth, after preposition. Danny gave up smoking before breakfast. Verb plus preposition plus gerund. The boy is afraid of falling from the tree. Adjective plus preposition plus gerund. You have no reason for leaving so early. Noun plus preposition plus gerund. He goes out without saying anything. Preposition plus gerund. And 7. Gerund after certain verbs. Certain verbs that use the gerund after are admit, deny, resist, advise, deny, keep, recall, risk, mention, stop, avoid, enjoy, mean, miss, regret, suggest, and others. For example, they enjoy playing Scrabble. 8. Use as an adverb or auxiliary a positive in a sentence. For example, you have a bad habit drinking alcohol. 9. Gerund after a certain group of words or phrases. Samples of phrases are it's no use, it's not good, what you mean, have the pleasure, and etc. For example, it's no use crying like a baby. 10. Use to express certain expression or idiomatic expression. The use of gerunds to express certain expression or idiomatic expression is to show reaction activities. The formula go plus gerund. Example of idiomatic expression: go swimming, go hunting, go running, go climbing, and etc. For example, do you go swimming with her? Verbs are followed by gerunds or infinitives. There is no difference in meaning between gerunds and infinitive. Example of words and sentence in the table below. For first, the verb is began. For gerund, it began raining. Infinitive, it began to rain. Start. I started working. For infinitive, I started to work. This is no different in meaning between gerunds and infinitive. Next, has a different meaning between gerunds. The meaning is the activity has been done, and infinitive, the meaning is the activity has not been done. For examples, the verb is forget. For example, gerund, Annie forgets looking her car. For infinitive, Annie forgets to lock her car. Next verb, regret. I will never forget telling you the story. For example of gerund. And for example of infinitive is I will never regret to tell you the story. The examples have a different meaning. What's to infinitive? To infinitive is the base form of the verb, and the types of infinitive: first, to infinitive, to plus verb. For example, I prefer not to listen to music when I'm working. And second, gerund infinitive. verb without to. For example, please listen carefully to my instruction. Function of the to infinitive. First, the to infinitive to indicate the purpose or intention of an action. In this case, to has the same meaning as in order to or so as to. For example, she came to collect her paycheck. The three birds went to find firewood. I'm calling to ask you about that. Second, the to infinitive as the subject of the sentence. This is a formal usage and is far more common in written English than spoken. For example, to be or not to be, that is the question. To know her is to love her. To visit the Grand Canyon is my lifelong dream. Third, the to infinitive to indicate what something can or will be used for. In this pattern, the to infinitive follows a noun or pronoun. For example, the children need a garden to play in. I'd like a sandwich to eat. I don't have anything to wear. Fourth, the to infinitive after adjectives. There is a common pattern using the to infinitive with an adjective. The expressions are from subject plus to be plus adjective plus for or of someone plus to infinitive plus rest of sentence. For example, in the table is subject it, to be is, adjective good, of someone, of you, infinitive to talk, rest of sentence to me. The sentence is, it is good of you to talk to me. Fifth, the to infinitive to make a comment or judgment. To use the to infinitive when making a comment or judgment about a noun, the pattern is subject plus to be plus noun phrase and plus to infinitive. For example, subject that, to be is, noun phrase a dangerous way, and to infinitive to behave. The sentence is, that is a dangerous way to behave. 6. The to infinitive with adverbs. The to infinitive is used frequently with the adverbs to and enough to express the reasoning behind our satisfaction or insatisfaction. For example, there's too much sugar to put in this bowl. I had too many books to carry. The soup is too hot to eat. 7. The to infinitive with question words. The verbs ask, decide, explain, forget, know, saw, tell, and understand can be followed by question words such as where, how, what, who, and when plus the to infinitive. For example, she asked me how to use the washing machine. Do you understand what to do? Tell me when to press the button. Conclusion. From the starter, the gerund and infinitive are quite easy to see the difference. The gerund is formed by adding the ing ending to a base verb, and the infinitive is a word that is formed by adding to before the basic verb.
Okay everyone, that's all from me. Thank you for your attention and see you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.